Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking the doors off of our second Miata parts car, second car, however you want to call it. Taking the doors off of that because they look better than the doors on the Miata right now, the race one. So I get those doors off and I got to cut one of them a lot to get it to fit in the car. One I have to cut just a little bit, so we'll be cutting that and then not mounting them today, but we'll be getting them off, cutting them, and then getting ready to mount it. So let's get into that. Alright, so you get the doors off, you have to take the fenders off to get to the bolts behind it. So if we look in here, so the door has a hinge, and that hinge is connected by two bolts up here, two bolts on a similar hinge down there. You need to pull out this pin right here, so to get that off. And then you can pull the door right off, but to get to those bolts, obviously we have to get behind the fender. So we have to pull both fenders off to get to both doors. So now that the fender's off, now we can see what bolts we're taking off to get this door off. So you have these two bolts right here, and then on the lower part of the door, there's the same two bolts to get the door off, to get the hinges unattached. So we gotta get the pin out, like I said before, and then there's four bolts, and the door comes right off. Alright, so to get the fenders off, it's basically just a bunch of different 10mm bolts around it. These ones are only held on by three bolts because it is a parts car for right now. So they're super easy to get off, but essentially they're just a bunch of different 10mm bolts and nuts that hold it on. So to get the door off, I believe it's 13mm, so let's get those off. First thing I do is get out this pin right here, because if you take out the bolts, then the door will only be holding on this like stop, which holds the door from going all the way open. So you want to take that pin out first, so not all your weights from the door is sitting on that, so you can get out of the way. Alright, so I got the pin out right here. Wasn't on.
You know what? Everything is good with this animal?
Huh? Alright, so that's how you take off the doors and cut them open for SPEC MIATA racing. Basically, all you have to do is just take out the fenders so you get to the bolts of the door, unbolt those, take the door off, and then lay the door on the ground, take a cutoff wheel on your grinder, and then just start cutting around basically the outside of the thing, and then depending upon how your cage is, will be how you cut some of the other pieces. Like there's some vertical pieces that I had to cut down farther because my cage sticks out more, but other than that, you're basically just cutting open the horizontal piece and then just checking up where your cage lines up. So mine was super easy because I already had the doors pre-cut on, because I'm pulling off doors of the car right now, and I basically just cut the doors to match. So that's super easy. I didn't have to do too much measuring or anything or fitting. So the doors are ready to go back on. So I did have to pull the fenders off the car again, and then now, once we get a couple dents and dings out, then we'll start mounting those doors back on the car, and then I'll start mounting everything back on the car. So then we can start getting it ready to wrap. But other than that, that's the video. So thanks for watching, and have a great day, and keep an eye out for the next one. Thanks.